to a special school committee meeting for our organizational meeting on January 2nd, and it is 5:30 p.m. We will start with a roll call. Member Childs? Present. Member Deneve?
Here.
Mayor Disorger?
Here.
I'm Member Johnson-Musad, and I'm here. Member Proietti?
Here.
Member Sexton?
Here.
We have a quorum, and, Member Martini. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for being here. GCTV is recording, and is anyone else recording tonight? Thank you. So it is our special organizational meeting, and with our new organizational meeting policy, the member pro tem, the member who with the most experience on the school committee, is chairing, and that is me until we have a chair. So our first agenda item is the election of a chair. So and I need to ask also, we do have another meeting coming in at 6, so we can speak, but we can not speak at length tonight. So is there a nomination for a school committee chair?
I would nominate Glenn Johnson-Musad for chair.
Thank you. And is there a second for that?
I would second that.
Second.
Okay, and are there any other nominations? Okay, let's, any members who wish to speak to the nomination of myself as chair? Member Proietti?
I will be very brief. I think how I want to put it is that for my entire time on the school committee, we've had a supermajority of women and one man on the committee. And I guess I would say if the dynamic was reversed, the men would never allow the woman to be chair. So I would expect that this would be a short term for Member Johnson-Musad. And that is the reason why I would not support this. I feel like in a dynamic like this, the women should be leading the committee. Thank you.
Any other comments? Yes.
I nominated you 2 times in the past, and I am so thankful that Member Martini has nominated you this year. I cannot think of a better person to chair this committee. You are diplomatic, you are fair-minded, you are kind and considerate, and I think you take all of our views to heart, and I'm really thrilled that there's a possibility to have you facilitate this experience for us for a year.
Any other comments? Yes.
I made the nomination, so I think I should say something, but I did not prepare a statement or anything. Glenn, I appreciate your temperament and organization and your sense of humor at many of our meetings in the past, especially when things might be getting a little off track, and I think that's invaluable. And I appreciate your experience coming from other aspects of your career that I think lend themselves to the organization of a committee like this, and I also have a lot of respect for your experience, and I appreciate what Member Proietti was saying in terms of gender dynamics, but for me, I have to support the person that I think is the best one for the job, irrespective of that, and that's why I made this nomination.
Thank you. Any other comments? Mayor Disorger.
I enthusiastically support you being the president, and I'll be voting in favor. Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, then let's vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? I'm abstaining. The motion carries. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. And I will strive to be a good chair for everybody. We now proceed to the nomination of school committee vice chair. Is there a nomination for school committee vice chair? Member Deneve.
I would like to nominate Member Martini for vice chair.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
And discussion? Any other nominations? Discussion? Member Prayati?
Member Martini is an exceptional vice chair, very thoughtful, very measured in her approach, and I think gives a very patient perspective on things. I fully support that nomination.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, let's move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? One abstention. The motion carries. Congratulations, Vice Chair Martini. Now we're on to the nomination of school committee secretary. Is there a nomination for school committee secretary?
I would nominate Member Deneve.
Nomination for Member Deneve. Is there a second? There's a second. And comments?
Member Deneve has a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and someone who really wants to do it will do a good job.
Thank you. Any other comments? Member Martini?
Member Deneve's ongoing interest in organizing and helping the committee to be effective on a broader level, and getting essential tools in place like a working calendar, I think lend themselves well to the role. And if you're willing to take on the time that it entails, then I would very happily support that nomination.
Thank you, Member Martini. Any other comments? Let's vote. All those in favor of electing Member Deneve as Secretary of the School Committee, say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? One abstention. The motion carries. Congratulations, Secretary Deneve. Now we're on to the chair comments portion of the agenda. And I just want to acknowledge and thank you all for the kind comments about my leadership. I do hope that I can be a good school committee member for the whole community and to listen to everybody on the committee, whether I agree with everything or not. I think that the community has really spoken to us in many ways about what they want from us. You really want us to be focused on student outcomes. You want the children in Greenfield to get a good education. And I think everybody on this committee will work really hard to make that happen. You also want us not just to do the work it takes within the committee, what's within our role, but also to be good advocates for funding from the city and also from the state. To get the resources that every student in Greenfield needs, and I think we're going to do that. Then there's also the way that you want us to work, and I think we're hearing that folks want community engagement, they want respect, they want listening, and they want it to be done not just as a checking the box, but from a committee that really cares and is really listening and is really involved out there, and I think that we will do that together. So one thing that I am aware of is that this committee is now all people who work for a living, and that's really great. It gives us an important perspective, I think, on the lives of many of the working families who are raising children in this district. And it also means that what you all have taken on in running for school committee and being on here means adding to what's already a busy life of having a job, and in many cases also having children. So I guess I just wanted to acknowledge that this is a committee of workers, and that we'll strive to do our best to prioritize this work and to get the business done that needs to get done, at the same time as people are managing a lot of other things. And I just wanted to say that. So with that, I think we're done with the business of this meeting, so I would hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Any abstentions? It's unanimous. We are adjourned at 5:40 p.m. Other meetings will be longer.